Thank you very much. Want to just tell you two quick stories and also end on a more spiritual side. But when a young man joins the seminary, he's given a guardian angel. So the guardian angel tells the young man what the schedule is, what the discipline is, when we're supposed to be silent, where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, etc. And I was assigned to be his guardian angel. And I know what guardian angels go through sometimes now, but he was a good guardian angel. I was a good guardian angel. He was an easy person to take care of. But I remember one time, back in those days in the 70s, seminary was very strict. And I forget what the general penance was. Something went wrong and everybody got in trouble for it. And you were 17, I guess you said, when you entered. And I was a year old, I was 18. But we were told there's a general fast. Nobody eats anything, no breakfast, no lunch. And it was not an easy thing, and I was thinking, now this is a real test. You know, this is a huge penance, especially you're 17 years old and you had an appetite that was ferocious. But he hung in there, and he was a little growly that day. I just remember that. I think everyone's a little bit growly that day, but I just know what guardian angels go through when they have to try to take care of us. Another episode that I can remember is Father accompanied me when we went to Europe. With the then Father Dolan, now Bishop Dolan, but Father Dolan and Father Ephrem came with me. We were visiting different traditional groups, and I remember going up, we went up to, there's a group up in Göteborg, Sweden. They had Mass once a year. And it must have been, I'm guessing, between 15 and 20 hours train ride up to this Göteborg, Sweden, this remote, forsaken place. And it's just an amazing thing. There's a man by the name of Michael Rosen. He puts out a publication, Adoratrix Unitarianum. He was a Lutheran, converted Catholic, became traditional Catholic. And I'll never forget, on our way back, we were given one of the heaviest crosses of that trip, and that was, we were supposed to be on one of these sleeper trains that we could go straight from Göteborg to Copenhagen, and Copenhagen to Hamburg, Germany, and we should be able to sleep all the way through. And remember, the train stopped in Copenhagen, and they said, everybody out. And I thought we were supposed to sleep on this train. No. Wrong train. So we inquired, when do we pick up the next train? Oh, that won't leave till 6 or 7. I mean, we're not going to sit in this cold, train station here. So I said, what are the options? They said, well, there's another train station. You might be able to get on a train, whatever. So we're walking through the snow, and we got onto a bus. Got onto the bus, and the bus driver, I offered him Deutschmarks, nah, Francs, no. I mean, we didn't have whatever the Denmark's money was. He just said, sit down. So he sat down, and then the bus stops, and he points to the train station. It's over there. We're going through snow with our bags and everything. It's snowing like a blizzard, and we get to the train station. It's locked. It's closed. No. Perfect joy. We're wet, we're cold, we're tired. Now it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, back in 1980, when I was with a pilgrim group, we went through Copenhagen going to the Holy Land. There is a SAS airline here, and they were very kind to us as Americans. I said, all the other places would not take us. Motels, no, we don't want you in the lobby, get out of here. SAS had us come in, they gave us some coffee, they gave us some newspapers in English, etc. Now, I know Father's really tired. It's a really plush place, real highly polished floors, and Father just kind of stretches himself out on their reception. They had a reception chair there, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look very good. I went very cautiously and said, Father, I know you're tired, I'm tired, you're wet, I'm wet. It's really been a hard night, but would you please sit up, because this doesn't look good. You're laying there like, he didn't bite me, he did sit up. What I like to say, just briefly from my heart, is this. You notice for the older priests that are here, we've known each other easily 40 years. And gone through a lot of tough times together, a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, a lot of troubling times. But I'll never forget the troubling times. There's strength in unity. And that's something that I would like to say is really unique for us priests, is that we go back even to high school. So we've known each other for a long time, and we understand the importance of working together as a unified group. And that's why I think it gives us an ability to support one another. When Father was sick, we were able to send a priest down. When Father Dennis was sick with cancer, Father Ephrem went there. There's a good feeling about that, that somebody has your back spiritually, and your flocks back as well. And so I would just like to congratulate Father on his anniversary, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our priests for all of their work and all their labor. A lot of things that we don't know, or lay people don't know, the sacrifices they go through every year, every week, every month, every day, to make sure that people are provided for with the sacraments and their spiritual needs. And I just have to hand it especially to Father and all of our priests here, that they are dedicated and they do love souls, and they're willing to make that sacrifice and go that extra mile. There's certain times that people find out our priest did this or did that, and they just, that's amazing that they would have that zeal, and that's what it means to be a spiritual father, that what it means to be an alter Christus, our Lord, the Good Shepherd. He'd leave the 99 and go after that lost sheep, and it's a great consolation for me. Want to hear all the good graces and wonderful works that our priests are instruments of. They're instruments of God for the salvation of souls, and I just like to thank our priests, and especially thank Father Ephrem. Like Father Dominic was saying, he had a very humble beginning there on, what street was that, 21st Street?
First place.
Okay, it was right across, I thought it was just next to the grocery store, I remember that. And perseveringly having yard sales, right? Those yard sales were big productions, and year in and year after, trying to gather this money, and then finally everything fell into place, and he has this wonderful facility now. So congratulations, Father. Very happy.